Hello, Capricorn. Your weekly love reading begins with an Ace of Pentacles, a Two of Pentacles, a Seven of Cups, and a Nine of Cups. Your person is coming in with a Page of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles energy, Capricorn. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. So listen, Pentacles is Earth energy, and you're Earth energy. So that, I find that at least for my readings, my collective, your reading, your love readings always include some aspect of Earth. But here is a lot. Capricorn, bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles, wanting to really sort of, I'm going to say, maintain your success, protect what you've earned, right? Let's go ahead and get right into your reading. Both of you are coming in fresh here. This may be a new love connection. Ace of Pentacles for you and Page of Pentacles. So for them, they're quite curious about you. They're curious about what a connection with you could really be like. In practical sense, what would it be like to be with this Capricorn? For you, this is a new opportunity coming in. This person is a new opportunity for a physical relationship, right? A new opportunity for a relationship that really sort of comes to fruition, right? In a very sort of real way, like you and me are together, you and me are dating, you and me are doing things, right? You and me have plans together. So yeah, this is something new is coming in for you. Let's begin to get some clarity. And let's see what the clarifier is on this before we move on to how you guys see each other. Yeah, this comes in out of nowhere. It's an opportunity, right? There's definitely an opportunity. How you take it, let's see. Oh, wow, an ace, another beginner. Oh, and then a Nine of Swords. So there's some anxiety there. Where's the anxiety coming from, Capricorn? It could very well be that this person is just very, very different to what you're used to. And, it's fresh. Right? It's fresh and new, and you're not sure. You're not really sure. In your mind, you know that something is happening here, but you're nervous about it. A lot of sleepless nights. Wow, Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, excuse me, for them. And a Queen of Chalice. All right, so Cups energy. Yeah, for them, this is interesting, right? So why the Seven of Swords here? Seven of Swords is really kind of, I don't know, it can be very futile energy. I think here, sometimes it's treacherous, it's deception, but here I feel like it's futility. You may be dealing with someone who is quite immature, Capricorn. They're coming in with some young energy to begin with. And I'm going to say that, they have they have some experience in relationships, of course, it feels like, but there is, again, an immaturity here, a learning process. I think they're used to cutting corners in relationships. And right away here, I wonder why, perhaps that is why you're already getting some anxiety here, because this is really new, and yet already you're getting some warning signs, some flashing red lights about this individual and something about the way they operate. It just comes from a lazy place, a place where they're just not perhaps willing to go or go that deep or put that much effort into it. How do you see each other? Two of Pentacles for you and Seven of Wands for them. Well, yeah, you can see this on them. When you see them juggling a lot of things, right? There's a lot going on there, and I think this is what's giving you some anxiety, because you see the red flags, kind of what you're dealing with. They see a Seven of Wands when they see you, so that's quite interesting. They see somebody who right now might be a little bit vulnerable. It's really striving hard to sort of maintain themselves, right? Capricorn, it feels to me like you're in a really strong phase of being assertive about what you want in your life, right? So you're presenting with really strong, passionate energy, which is what they see here. Not so much a struggle, not like you're struggling to maintain, but that you're passionate about maintaining your patch, right? You're not going to tolerate anything. And so they see that. That may be one of the reasons why they're cutting corners, because again, it feels like you're dealing with someone here who's a bit more naive than you, or perhaps just a little bit more immature about the practicalities of a relationship, right? They may not have that maturity and sort of responsibility in terms of like doing what they really say they're going to do and following through. Yeah, you know, they show interest and all of that, but the follow through is not necessarily there. The maturity is not necessarily there. You see that they're juggling a lot. They may be, you know, listen, again, this is new. So who's to say if they're really free and clear, right? They may be juggling other people as well, but I don't feel so much of that. I just feel that you're dealing with somebody who ultimately is very young and lazy in that youngness, right? Not that all young people are, and when I say young, I don't mean age, I mean a maturity level, right? But still, not to say that all, you know, all immature people are lazy, but there's a combination here. Fool energy for you, to clarify. And 7 of Wands over 7 of Wands. Yeah, so they really, really see that you are, not only are you someone who's determined to maintain your, what you know, your patch and maintain sort of your boundaries and what you've, you know, what you consider to be yours and your peace of mind, but you do have a lot of people coming at you and they see that. For you, yeah, you can see that they're young and that they're juggling a lot because Fool is coming in. So you see that but you also can see the immaturity there. This particular person is resonating with a little bit more of the immature side of Fool energy, in as much as they're willing to just leap into anything, regardless of the danger. Or, and again, speaks to what I'm saying is like, yeah, they, you know, the decisions that they're making aren't well thought through. They're haphazard, you know, they're futile. Often, you know, they often lead to a sense of futility and not being able to really achieve what they want. And you really present with a strong, mature energy that they really, really see here. And I think you're worried, Capricorn. This is where this 9 of Swords comes from. You like them. You see an opportunity for a relationship, but in your head, you're kind of like, you know what? I really have a bad feeling that this person just doesn't have it together, right? You just, you know, before I clarify, let's go ahead and look at how you see your roles in a relationship. So for you, yeah, you already know that you're kind of expecting too much. They see themselves as a Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. You see 7 of Cups. Yes, unrealistic expectations. You know that. You know you're expecting too much. You know that this might be pie in the sky, right? You're starting to come to that understanding just because of the person that you're dealing with. And so you see that here, that, you know, you may be the one putting more in or thinking more about what could be here than them. But they also resonate with a feeling of wanting to put effort and work in, Queen of Pentacles. So it can be that you're dealing with somebody who up until now has been very immature, and up until now is, you know, presents with quite, you know, tricky energy here, maybe not completely honest, you know, but in meeting with you, you kind of bring out something in them, Capricorn, and you bring out this desire that they have here to really put effort in. They resonate with 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. This turns around, Capricorn. So, you know, there's a feeling here that there's a bit of a bumpy start, right? You're having a bit of a bumpy start with somebody who is a little bit slow on the uptick in terms of, you know, realizing that, hey, hang on a second, I've got something really good here with this Capricorn, and it's going to require me to do a little bit more, you know, so they may surprise you. And of course, here comes the Ace of Cups. So love does come in. And for them, a Knight of Swords. So love and a deep desire to make this work comes in. Knight of Swords is the one who's going to come in with the words and the gestures and convince you that, yeah, I am ready. So now we can talk about this final energy. Yeah, they're ready to put the work in. They're ready to do the work. They're ready to tell you how they feel. There's 100% turnaround. And I think that comes from the fact that they see what type of character you have here. This is how they see you. So this is this is the position in the reading for how they see you, Capricorns. They see you with such immense character and strength and ability to sort of stand your ground for what you want and desire, that you really create a spark in them and a desire in them to also bring more of themselves to the table and to absolutely put the effort in. Ace of Cups comes in for you and a Nine of Cups. So this turns out for you very happy. Because although you had unrealistic expectations over here, indeed, something about this connection turns around and just becomes what it was meant to become, a love story. And you are just thrilled. Nine of Cups, you're very blissed out and happy with the way everything's turned out. So yeah, this is a great reading, Capricorn, because this is a reading for a Capricorn who is presented with a new opportunity, a real opportunity with someone. And there's a little bit of a bumpy start because, again, the person you're dealing with is used to a certain way of engaging, used to certain types of relationships, a little bit more emotionally immature. But something about you, your tenacity, your personality, your strength, and, your ethical, you're just, your morality, your principality, how your principles, all of these things really resonate on a high level. And you have this effect on this person that really kind of brings out the best in them, and they absolutely desire to make more. Your oracle cards, idealism, detachment, and publicity. All right. So take that as it comes. Beautiful. Idealism. Yeah. For some of you, you wake up a sense of idealism. Sun and Aquarius energy. You wake up a sense of idealism here in this individual in terms of they're like, yeah, this is more than what I've had before. This is closer. This is actually what I want. I'm willing to work for. Detachment. Okay, take that for what it is. This is Venus and Aquarius energy. Again, your person may be in towards the beginning resonating with a little bit of detachment, not really being engaged. But as I say, that does turn around. And publicity, Jupiter and Leo. So some of you are just getting a lot of spotlight energy. And this could be coming through as well. Like you are very tenacious, Capricorn. And you may indeed be getting some spotlight energy here, which, only serves to intrigue this person even more. And they want to sort of come towards you even more and make an effort even more. It's a love story of inspiration, I think, here. And really turning around. Not every person you meet who initially comes off as maybe not the right, or maybe having a little bit of shadow or toxicity or immaturity here. Not every single person remains that way. Sometimes it's through the connections that we make that somebody can really resonate up, can really turn around, can really quickly wake up to something and realize, oh shit, I have a real chance here with someone really real. And this could really be something, something I am devoted to, that I really truly love, and that I can be more at. And this is a story here for you, Capricorn. All right, guys, I'm going to call it your weekly love tarot reading. Capricorn and Capricorn cross watchers, thank you so much for joining me. If you got something out of this reading, please like it. Please subscribe. That way you can get notified. I do upload pretty much every day and have my weekly series of love readings. So thank you so much for taking the time to do that. But for right now, I'm going to wish you all love, life, and happiness. And I hope to see you guys back here on my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot, next Thursday for your weekly love tarot reading. Bye-bye now.